So I'd like to demonstrate our new ImageStation DTM for GeoMedia product, which works seamlessly with our stereo collection and automatic elevations products to create and edit elevation data for use in orthomosaicing, mapping, engineering, and 3D GIS. ImageStation DTM for GeoMedia provides an alternative to CAD-based workflows for DTM collection, working directly inside of GIS, which provides additional capabilities such as spatial filtering and editing, data validation, and custom queries, and more. Okay, this is our geospatial environment. And I'm connected to a feature database in which we've collected using the stereo environment, breakline and obscured area features. And I'm also connected to an SQL Server database where we'll store and manage the DTM data in ImageStation DTM for GeoMedia. Okay, first we'll create a new DTM project. We'll select our SQL Server connection and give it a name. And I'll bring up the project status, so we don't have any elevation data at this time. Now, when we created the project, we added some predefined categories to our map legend, and we also set up some predefined GIS features, which will be used in the elevation creation process. So first, for our breakline features, I'll define the features that we'll use as breaklines in the elevation creation. So that's all of these except buildings, have a background ortho, and surface area. And for obscure area features, we're going to use our buildings and water bodies. Okay, and now I'll create a DTM surface area. So I'll select the surface area feature. I'm going to digitize that by a rectangle. And define an area to be used for to create elevation values and give it a name. Okay, now back in the ImageStation DTM for GeoMedia, we can create a new surface using that surface feature. And we'll load the breaklines and obscured area features into that. We don't need to triangulate or ignore the obscure areas at this time because we're just feeding that as input to our automatic elevations. Okay, now we can switch to the automatic elevations product and select the settings there. I want to add all the features or all the images. Tell it where to get the input obscured area and breakline features, and give it the coordinate system information. Now I can set the parameters to use when processing. I'll select flat. I want to use the breaklines and obscure areas. Set the suppression distance and expansion distance. Specify output parameters. I want to create the DTM files in this folder. I want to use the breaklines, obscured areas, and collection boundary. Then I can add the jobs and submit that as distributed, a number of workstations across the network, or submit it on the local machine. On this small project, it takes several minutes to run, so I've pre-processed that, so I'll just cancel that here. Once the processing is finished, I can add those surfaces into the ISDG. So I browse to the folder where they were written. Select that. I want to load the exterior boundaries. And we see these are the individual stereo models that were created. These are the boundaries. So now I can bring those points which were calculated back into this environment for stereo editing. So I can load DTM data. You can load all the surfaces, or just for performance, you might want to just load individual models at a time to work on. So these are the points which were just created from the automatic elevation processing. And you can then go into the stereo environment to review and edit those. So in the ImageStation DTM for GeoMedia, we can view the triangles as another way to check the results. So these are the triangles that would be written out once we're finished to be used for orthorectification. We can also view contours for those points that were calculated. Need to pick the surface. So those are the contours which we just created from the points. I can turn the points off, and then once we're finished editing, we can save out those surfaces, use them for orthorectification. And here's an example of an orthophoto created from that surface with the contours and the orthomosaic. So that's an introduction to the ImageStation DTM for GeoMedia. Gives you an idea of the capabilities and workflow. And you're free to check out the Hexagon Geospatial website for more information on what's new in ImageStation and IMAGINE Photogrammetry.